Before it's saying fuck masks. Oh shit. Alright. Alright, I don't know how the audio is. I think the audio should be good. Okay, so we have a anti-mask protest taking place outside of City Hall, outside Occupy City Hall. Upset about masks. I think I seen Stephen Edenburn. Here goes Stephen Edenburn. He is this man assaulted a young woman, 19-year-old woman, outside the Justice Center. You did assault her. I got it on video. You did assault her. Here.
Assault her. Go.
No, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. This is not your personal space. This is public space. Oh, no, it's not. This public space. This public space. This public space. I can put my hand right here. This public space. Do you want to answer why you assaulted a woman? Do you got arrested and charged with assaulting her?
Doesn't mean I did it.
Really?
So a guy goes and robs a bank, says he didn't rob a bank. Does that mean that he did?
Did he rob the bank?
Did he get charged for it? No.
You got charged for the assault.
It doesn't matter. I didn't.
It's a video.
The charges. It's not how it went down.
So you did not assault that woman on video.
No.
Now, if I play back the video with the assault, you would deny the assault even with the video playing?
Yeah, because I did not harm her. I touched her one
It's
time.
somebody on the comments saying they seen the video.
So what? You saw the video.
Yeah, I did, and you assaulted that woman. I couldn't believe it.
You have bias.
No, I didn't have bias. I was actually. Go ahead.
All right, so what are you saying I did to her?
You slammed her to the ground,
No, I didn't.
and you stole her flag.
No, I didn't.
And then you made a video afterwards where you said, I stole that bitch's flag with assistance from the police.
First off,
Yes.
no,
Okay.
it was not her flag. She stole it from District 1. They did not have it.
Yes, they did. I have videos with them having it the whole day.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Second,
Uh-huh.
why would they go and fund a terrorist? Get it right, it's a terrorist. Why would they go and give money to an organization they claim to hate so much?
Huh?
They wouldn't. So they stole
Huh?
the flag. They stole the flag.
She didn't steal the flag. She came with the flag.
Three.
Uh-huh.
Three.
3.
I did not push her. Now
You didn't push her. Okay.
I have a traumatic brain injury, so it takes me a moment. It takes me time to process everything.
Okay.
What actually happened was we were struggling.
Okay.
She tripped and pulled me with her. I touched her one time. My left hand went on her stomach.
Okay.
Went on her stomach to avoid falling on top of her. All right.
Okay.
I pulled her back up with the flag. We struggled. I went to move my hand to another spot to get a better grip. I remember seeing my hand go to grab the flag, but her hand was right there, so I moved it underneath. And we continue. I touched her one time. That is it.
But you do agree that you tried to take the flag from her, though.
I didn't try to take the flag from her.
You said
I
you
was
you
retrieving
struggled.
stolen property.
But so you tried to take the flag from her.
Retrieving a stolen flag.
Do you? But so I just want to make sure we're on the same page. You did try to take the flag from her because you believed it to be stolen.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you not think that maybe it was inappropriate for you, a man, to be trying to take something out of the possession of a woman?
Okay. I'm so glad you bring this up.
Thank you.
No, yes. Everybody is always about.
They all right. They just
No, you're harassing.
I'm not
So
harassing.
okay,
I'm
no,
just
no,
harassing.
not you, them. So okay, you all claim you want equal rights, correct? For women.
Yeah.
So then, why is it that you have an issue when a man goes up against a woman to defend?
Oh, I didn't say that I personally had an issue. I was asking you if you thought it was appropriate for you to,
it's appropriate.
because you would do it to since you would do it to a man, it's no different than doing it to a woman. Is that your point? Okay.
If I were to not do it because she's a woman, that's sexist right there.
Really? Now, okay, I never heard of no type of.
Think about it.
Okay, let me listen.
Am I right?
It's a point that I've never heard before. I don't know if it's right or not, but it's
No,
it's.
think about it. You can't have it both ways.
Well, okay.
In sports, they're gonna get okay. So women want to be in football. That's great.
Oh, okay.
But you don't weaken football just to accommodate women.
Okay, I think that's a little bit separate from what we're talking about. I think what we're talking about is an isolated incident. I just was trying to see if you did not Do you feel, okay, let me ask you this. Do you feel apologetic for your actions towards her? Do you feel that you could have handled that in a better way?
I could have handled it a better way, yes. That's what I'm talking about is I struggle with processing and thinking things through. I made the mistake. Yeah, I shouldn't have done what I did. Okay? I should have gone to one of the countless other police officers that were surrounded, that were around us. I should have done that, but I had seen on the news numerous times, at least 2 or 3 times, people run up, grab rescue the American flag. That's what I was doing. I had no intentions of harming anybody that whole day or anything. I had no intention of doing anything wrong, and I don't see it as I did anything wrong. I regret handling it the way I did, yes. But I never meant to do anything wrong.
Okay, that's fine. Now, what are you guys out here for today?
We're out here, speak to this young lady, please.
What are you guys out here for today?
Medical freedom.
Medical freedom.
Yep.
Do you feel...
Mask our kids and against the mandates. We live in America. Nothing should be mandated.
Let me ask you this: are you guys planning on going to the county building? I think this is the mandate is more of a county thing, less of a city thing.
No, this is where we decided to meet.
Okay. Is it a specific reason you chose this day?
Yeah, it's a worldwide walkout today.
Really? Okay, so it's people all over doing this. Okay. Okay.
It's a worldwide. Today's the kickoff for it, so hopefully it will trickle down into more days.
Okay. That's good. All right. We just wanted to ask a few questions. Let me ask you this too. What's your stances on police violence? You got any stances on that, or you just speaking strictly about?
No, yeah, I'm
strictly mask today.
Mass vaccine, any mandates.
Okay.
Mandates and the CRT and sexual education that they're teaching the children.
Sexual education. Well, what's that? I haven't heard about this now.
It's called comprehensive sexuality education. They're teaching the children at a very young age about things that they don't need to be learning about. Look it up. It's called CSE.
What's your stances on since this sort of falls in the same critical race theory? You got any stances on that?
It's racist.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. All right, we are outside of Occupy City Hall. We are on day 396. We just got told that critical race theory is racist. He said he
Steven said all that fucking transphobic shit.
Steven Edith. Wait, that's Steven, right?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the other Steven. I don't know. I just was. Okay, so.
And I said, suck my dick. And he was like, oh, you got a dick. We got a tranny over here.
Oh, damn, that's crazy. I'm happy I ain't catch that on camera. I don't want no phobias on camera. All right, so we outside of City Hall, Occupy City Hall. This is day 390. What day is it? 397? Damn, what happened to the day? Oh, 393, 397. I think it's 397. We have people here protesting the mask mandate. They have signs that say their body, their choice, which I think might offend some people that are pro-choice. They also brought to my attention something called CRT. I don't know. I ain't heard about this, but they don't want that taught. Somebody brought it to my attention. Somebody brought up CRT. We also asked a few questions about critical race theory. I was told critical race theory was racist. What? Oh no! That's for the mask. That's the mask. That's the pro-mask people. We used to have. What's that? No, we don't call the police. We don't call the police. Motherfuckers done shot at us before. We ain't called the police when we got shot at. We don't call the police. Anyways. Okay, so it's a nice crowd out here. They got about 30. No, not 30. This ain't no damn 30 people. It's about 20 people. It's a decent crowd. I asked one of the organizers how they felt about police violence. They didn't have any desire to have any conversations about police violence. I wonder if somebody gonna call the police. The police done got called on us. How many times for being out here? I wonder if the police gonna come because of them being out here. I doubt it. I would offer them hand warmers, but they might have COVID. I don't want to. I don't know if I should. I feel like this is it's definitely COVID in this. If it's never been COVID in this area before, it is definitely COVID out here right now. Oh damn! I was just pretty close doing the interview. I should have wore a mask. I thought that might offend. I thought it might offend him though. I ain't want him to shut down on me. Oh, we got some people leaving. Oh no. The demographics of this crowd, I believe that this is all people of European descent.
They believe that if the women come in contact with somebody who is
European,
they'll not be able to reproduce.
Oh, what is that a thing? That if you come in contact with people that's, I don't know. We spoke to Stephen Edenburn, a man who had assaulted a protester last year. He did say that he was remorseful for his actions. I thought that was a step of growth. Yeah, he said that he could have handled things better. He could have handled things differently. Well, he definitely lied about what took place on the video. He definitely did lie about what took place on the video. But then he also said that he wished he handled things differently in the video. Look at these nosy motherfuckers in City Hall. Look, nosy ass forgot to close the window back. Can y'all see that? They was in it staring through the blinds. I forgot you got a cat. I hope they stay out here the whole. I hope they just kick it out here. I hope they do not leave. I got sleep in my eyes and shit. It's too cold for this. I hope they stay. I admire this. It's cold out here. Stay 24/7. He got sunglasses on. It is cold. I want people to know that it is cold out here. See, they standing on this. They believe in this. They standing on this. We just had their anti-maskers, anti-vaxxers. I mean, I think that it is a... Oh, yeah, that dude. You recognized him, huh? Yeah, you recognize him, huh? But like I said, it is cold out here. I don't want to denigrate they efforts. I respect them being out here in the cold. He don't even got a jacket or no coat on or nothing. I respect that. But I also think that it's not too many people from tropical lands out here. So I think that the lands that they're from sort of lend towards that. Yes.
I'm used to this. I clear snow.
No, that's what I was saying. I said, you don't got a coat on or nothing. I said, I see you.
I clear snow and I'm dressed just like this when I'm out clearing snow.
How long are y'all staying out here? Y'all staying out here indefinitely? Is just a certain amount of time period? Noon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give or take. But no, when I'm out clearing snow, I'm out moving around, so I'll actually start sweating.
Now let me ask you this. Go ahead.
I want to apologize for coming at you aggressively. I was expecting. Yes. I want to thank you for opening dialogue. Appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Now I have a question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
You support BLM, correct?
I do support Black Lives Matter. But we are not Black Lives Matter. Our organization is not Black Lives Matter. Our platform is not the same platform as Black Lives Matter. We are the May 30th Alliance is about raising awareness to police terrorism, mass incarceration, and racial injustice that takes place in Rockford and in Winnebago County. Those are things that affect black people, Latinos, Latinas, Asians, white people. We have 15 memorials up on the down here on these light poles. 2 of the memorials are white people. Joseph McCormick died inside the Winnebago County Jail. His family was never given any answers. Suzette Babler was a veteran and was shot and killed by the Loves Park Police Department while she was having a mental health crisis. And just last week in DeKalb, a white man named Christopher Kramer, who was having a mental health crisis, was shot and murdered inside of his home by the DeKalb police. So, yes, I 100% support Black Lives Matter. But what we are specifically here for is about police terrorism taking place in this northern Illinois area.
First off, it's not about race. Everybody gets treated. It's how you treat or how you act. Now, if you're talking about the mental aspect of it, I wouldn't flat out say that it's because the officers are out to do that purposely. They may have misunderstood or not understood how to handle that situation. So I think it shouldn't be painted with a brush, like it's all this way or that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that for us, what you're talking about is the the actions of the individual officers. And we are not here to protest or to demonstrate or raise awareness to any individualistic actions or individualistic beliefs. We believe that the policing institutionally is corrupt, institutionally is racist and prejudiced. And again, in Rockford, Illinois, if you are black, you are 3 times as likely to be pulled over by a police officer than if you are white. That is not my opinion. That is a statistical fact that was released by news reports in Rockford based off of statistics that they got from the Rockford Police Department. Now, one second. There's a 60 to 70% of the people within Rockford are white. 15 to 20% at most of the percentage of the people in Rockford are black. So for black people to be pulled over 3 times as often as white people in a city where there's 3 times as many white people leads to some type of prejudice and bias. Now, we don't believe that each one of these officers individually is riding around saying to themselves, let's pull over extra black people. However, the policies that they have incentivizes them to pull over black people. All 3 police stations are sat in areas where public housing is next to. Public housing is predominantly lived in and occupied by black people. So that is a statistical fact. Here, 15 memorials of people who have been shot by the police. Of those 15 memorials, 12 of them are black. That is disproportionate to the 15 to 20% of the black people that live in this area. And then one last thing, and then when we talk about laws that are written, police officers don't write laws, they don't pass laws, but it is their job to enforce laws. So when the crack cocaine laws were passed, and you got 100 times more time for crack cocaine than you got for powder cocaine, that was institutionally racist because it was more likely that black people crack cocaine was a low-end drug, so it cost less money, so it was in neighborhoods that were impoverished, as opposed to pure cocaine, which is a high-end drug, which is in neighborhoods that are more wealthy. The same thing goes for weed laws. It's been a statistical fact that as we sit here in 2021, black people and people of color were disproportionately arrested and imprisoned for having marijuana. We sit in a country right now where multiple states are repealing back their marijuana laws, and they're not only just repealing back the marijuana laws, they're using the money from that marijuana laws to try to help the communities that they believe that they have disproportionately affected, as is going on here in Rockford. So all of those things paint the brush of racial injustice underneath the umbrella of police terrorism.
I'm gonna try, my memory's not the best, so I'm gonna try and. So, yes, exactly. Now, you had said something about, okay, the drug. Okay, so crack cocaine versus pure cocaine. Okay, so my aspect of it is maybe because one is easiest to get compared to the other. One's the low-end drug versus, so it's more affordable. So it gets out more, and it might be more, I don't know if it's more deadly or not, but
not more deadly.
Okay, well, it's just easier to get around. So, okay,
yes, that is true.
Now, one, real quick, too. Law enforcement being, okay, so you got a police department in a predominantly black area. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not trying to come across the wrong way,
go ahead.
Look at how, okay, so okay, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place.
No, go ahead.
You got, okay, for driving, it kind of correlates with, the same thing. So law enforcement doesn't need to be in areas that are low crime. They're as much. They're still there because they need to be there, but not as much because there's not that big of a need for them. Just like with driving, if you drive, have you seen? I'm not saying that all black people drive that way or anything like, but a lot of times you got them driving around. They're like this. I'm saying they're driving around like. Well, okay, I'm just saying, they're driving around like that. They're driving fast. It just kind of they're not looking. I'm not saying all, but majority of the officers are not looking specifically in vehicles. They are, but not for to see the color.
I know exactly what you're saying.
They're looking for.
People.
No,
because
not
they believe that black people are more likely to have mental conflict. What up, bro? I see you in a second. I'm doing good. How you doing, bro? All right, bet. I'm gonna be here.
Man, I'm glad
Okay, so this is how I would respond to what it is that you just said. Now, the one thing about crime is important to remember that crime is being caught in an action. It's not simply just the action, because it is a statistical fact that black people do not use drugs more than white people. Poor people do not use drugs more than rich. That's a statistical fact.
I don't know, so I can't speak.
So I'm just trying to help you. I'm just trying to help you out some. So.
Like I'm saying, I can't speak one way or the other.
So, like, when it comes to crack cocaine is disproportionately used in neighborhoods that are impoverished. But powder cocaine is disproportionately used in neighborhoods where there's more means. Like this. You think that it's a lot of people doing cocaine and ecstasy in Hollywood?
I don't.
But what if you had to guess? Do you think that it was? You seen Scarface before?
I can't say one way or the other, but I can probably bet on that there's a lot of bullshit.
Yes, and you can guarantee that the police are not going around Hollywood Boulevard the way they going around South Central.
I agree.
You know, and it's the same thing. When we talk about police terrorism and mass incarceration, we also have to talk about poverty as well, right? Because a white man who lives in go ahead.
You're saying police terrorism.
Terrorism, yes, sir.
So how is it that you're not going to? What do you define terrorism as?
What do I define terrorism as? Okay, so I define terrorism, specifically police terrorism, as
Terrorism.
terrorism in general. In general.
What do you constitute it as?
People using intimidation, using violence, using brutality for political means, specifically doing that against people who are oppressed or marginalized or don't have the power to combat these type of actions. Now, that's my personal interpretation of terrorism. There is a definition of terrorism that would be a better thing for us to use. What is your definition of terrorism?
Mine is going around. It's a lot more simple. It's more towards the actual definition. Going around terrorizing, disrupting, destroying, causing all, destruction of property, murder, mass murder. Okay, that kind of stuff. So, again, I want to harp.
Would you consider mass shooters terrorists?
Yeah.
Domestic terrorists? Okay. Do you do?
Move, let's go.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
No, I was saying, would you consider people who commit mass shootings, like the man who shot Don Carter's up, shot 5 people in Don Carter, do you consider him a terrorist?
Oh yeah. Now, the mass shooting can be on different scales. It's the intent as well. If you want, if you went in to just kill, okay, let's say you went in to shoot a specific person, but you shot bystanders. Okay, I'm a little hesitant to label that in with a mass shooting.
Yeah, but are they terrorists though? That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
right.
Somebody who goes into the man who went into Don Carter with a gun.
I don't
and
know.
Started back shooting motherfuckers. Would you consider him? To
I
be
don't
domestic
know the situation. I've heard about it, but I don't know enough about it to say one way or the other.
What about the Columbine? You heard about Columbine? You know what Columbine is?
Yeah,
right? Would you consider them terrorists?
Columbine was Colorado.
Yes. These kids went into the school, shot everybody up.
Yeah.
You consider them terrorists?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what I'm just trying to get the baseline of what you consider terrorists. Now, would you consider us terrorists? I heard you tell somebody that I was a terrorist. And it's fine. If you agree with that, that's fine. I just wondering.
Nice truck. Yeah. Now, this was what I was trying to get at was BLM and Antifa. They're terrorists as well. They were.
All right, let me ask you this: do you know what Antifa what the shortening for? Anti-fascist? You don't support fascism, do you? An argument could be made that being against these masks would be being against fascism. There's an argument to be.
They are fascist. Antifa are fascists. It's the hypocrisy.
Wait a minute! Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay.
Let me get this out.
Let me get it out.
They are terrorists and fascists. Terrorists because they're going around and destroying They're stealing from. They're stealing from these businesses. They're breaking in. They're raiding them. They're burning them down. That is terrorism right there. 1, 2. They are
fascism. You're saying they're fascists. How are they fascists?
Hold on. the BLM is okay. So their co-founder or whatever just bought, what was it, 3 or 4 mansions in all predominantly white neighborhoods. Now, if she were truly oppressed and felt that white people were so bad and evil, why wouldn't she go and invest in the inner communities? Why wouldn't she go and actually, because one, she doesn't feel safe. 2, she wants luxury and so forth. I'm not saying anything about you guys, bad about the people or anything like that, but that's what I'm guessing is how she feels. Also, BLM, they went in and pillaged and did all this shit, burned people's out. Hang on.
Okay. All right. Some of that shit he was saying was complete bullshit, but I'm trying to work to have a equitable conversation. Equitable. I don't know if that's the right word, but we just having a conversation, man. It's too cold out here to be arguing, man. I ain't arguing with nobody in this cold. I don't. Well, okay. Now let me Okay, finish. Okay, you have some more points. Finish your points.
They burned the it's Minneapolis.
This is outside of Rockford, though. I wanted to try to keep us centered in Rockford. So, and I can't give a credence to what's happening in another city, but here, some of these things have.
Which I fully understand. I just want to get my point across. They didn't go in. So Minneapolis and such, that is all mostly foreigner, black, and that kind of small businesses, right? BLM never went in and actually, nice, real mature. They never went in and actually gave money, any of their money, to black people or any foreigners or
things that's happening here. And so I can't speak towards what's going on in Minnesota or Portland or anything like that. But let's try to
I mean that as in BLM in general.
Well,
the aspect of it,
but that is part of what the problem is that this is you can't just speak about America as a country as a whole. You have to speak about the specific spots. The issues that Rockford faces are not the same issues that people face in Oakland. They're not the same issues that people face in Boston. They're not the same issues that people face in Miami, Florida. And so when you just do a broad stroke and say that BLM is doing this or Antifa is doing this, it doesn't take the time to consider that in different areas, different things are taking place and happening. And so hold on one second. Here in Rockford, Illinois, there is no BLM organization. There is no BLM. It doesn't exist. There is no Antifa organization. It doesn't exist. So when you have these conversations and you use things like BLM or things like Antifa, it is disingenuous to what is going on here. Now, the May 30th Alliance is an organization that exists here. The May 30th Alliance is an organization that has ideals. They have people that can be spoken to. All the actions have their name, those things. So when we talk about what's happened specifically here, we have to be genuine to the facts of our city, since we don't know what's going on in other cities.
I want to apologize as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I jumped to conclusions.
That's fine.
And that's bad on me. We all do it. So, whatever. You guys were clashing with law enforcement.
Actually, but we had the right to be there, though. We were within our rights to be there.
Okay.
Yes, we were within our rights to be there.
Property.
We were not destroying property.
Yes, you were.
No, we were not.
Not you, but the group were.
What property was destroyed?
I don't know where the group is, but they had Back to Blue signs still on the ground. Your group was going around ripping them up, tearing them up.
That's not a destruction of property.
Yes, it is.
By law, destruction of property, it has to belong to somebody. Those signs did not belong to anybody.
Yes, they did.
And let me ask you this. Do you consider somebody taking up that sign and cutting the sign more egregious than you trying to steal that flag from that young girl?
I was trying to steal the flag.
Well, take the flag from you. Trying to take it.
Rescuing the flag.
Rescuing? What you mean?
The flag was in distress, and
The flag was in
No,
distress.
no, it was stolen. The flag was stolen. That is a flat out lie. The flag was stolen. The reason why there was.
So let me ask you this: do you think that if she stole it, it gives you the right to steal it back?
I was rescuing the flag from.
But you were taking it from. She had possession of it, and you wanted to relieve her of possession of it.
Because she had stolen the flag.
But you still were trying to relieve her of possession. Yeah, I just wanted to say, but
I've stated, I should have handled
that differently. So then, only thing I'm trying to figure out is, you see the people taking up these signs and destroying them, or cutting them, or tearing them up to be an act that was unlawful or shouldn't have happened. Do you see that act as worse than you trying to take the flag back from the girl? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But so you do see the signs, so you do see somebody taking a sign and tearing it up as more egregious. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Do you see that action as more egregious than your action?
Yes, because the flag was stolen. Those signs were not stolen. They were in the ground.
Do you think that is? Do you believe that there are certain situations in which something happening to property is worse than something happening to a person? Because the action you did was directly to another person, to another human being. The action that these people did were to inanimate objects. And so, but hold on one second. Some people do see that. If that is your belief, then I understand that. Some people do believe that. Yeah, certain people do believe that certain actions to property are worse than certain actions to people. There are people who would, if somebody was to be looting their store, they would shoot and kill the person for looting their store because they believe that their property is higher than that individual's life. Now, that would be why. Let me go ahead.
If you just let somebody come in and rob you, or start looting your store, what is this? How can
Insurance.
Insurance doesn't matter.
Insurance does matter, sir.
How are you going to know that person? Go ahead.
Hey, puppy.
How do you know that person is going to just stop at stealing? How do you know that person is going to continue and escalate the act and harm you because of the fact that they feel that, hey, I'm getting away with this. Why not take it further?
Well, I think that in the situation we're talking about people who are coming specifically to a store to loot the store. That's what we're talking about.
It's still not their property.
And I think we're getting a little bit in the weeds. My main thing was just property. Do you personally believe that there are actions that can be done to property that are worse than actions that can be done to people? And so you are saying that they're depending on the situation, that yes, it is things that you would not want to happen to property, and you'd be willing for things to happen to people instead of that happening to the property. Yeah, I added you.
Hey, I got some money for you. Message me.
I'm going to inbox you. For real, I'm going to inbox you.
Hey, I'm going to be your supporter. Don't phone nobody.
All right, bet. Love, bro. It's good seeing you. And so that was the only thing that I'm getting at, is that I don't understand how you can.
I have not looked at it.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I'm saying, is that the when you say that property was destroyed, and we're speaking about these signs that cost $1, probably less than $1, in opposition to you being willing for your beliefs to take this flag back from this person, which is your beliefs. You had a certain beliefs that made that you were willing to do that. I don't understand how you can have that belief and be willing to do that action and denigrate or disregard somebody with the belief of their own, willing to put an action to that belief. Because that's what
You're putting way too many words in it. Simplify it.
This is what I'm saying. How can you be okay with going and taking this flag from this girl and feel like that was an action that was justifiable based on your beliefs, but you feel as if somebody taking a sign, $1 sign, out the ground that nobody is holding on to and destroying it is not an action that is...
All right. So the signs
Yeah.
were not their property. They took them up, started ripping them up, destroying them. The flag was not her property, was not hers.
Or yours.
Correct. Was not hers. She stole it and she stole it.
Why didn't you just go to the police? Let me ask you that.
That's what I mentioned earlier. I should have done that to handle it better. And I know that I realized that, but it was, again, I struggle with thought process and stuff like that. But I didn't. In the moment, I was going off of that. I saw.
Now let me ask you this as well. Do you think that have you seen the videos of the things that took place out there? The police pepper spraying people, the police throwing people to the ground. Do you think that the action was necessary based on what was going on there?
They were trying to defuse the situation and handle the situation.
But do you think that was necessary?
Yeah, because when I got in the area, they were clashing and fighting the police.
They were fighting with the police? Have you seen a video where somebody assaulted the police officer? Because I've watched the videos hundreds of times, and not one time do I see somebody punch a police officer.
I went and did that because I saw an opportunity. They were clashing with the police.
Clashing and fighting are two different things. Clashing, it does matter. In legality terms, it does. If me and you have a clash, neither one of us is getting charged with assault or battery. But if we have a fight, somebody will be charged with assault or battery.
Clashing, reason why I worded it that way was because I couldn't take in to see what they were actually doing. I saw that they were going at it, clashing. So that's how I see it. That's why I worded it that way. But I saw.
I'm gonna hit you up. You know it. Fuck the police, my man.
Okay, that's another thing.
Support the police.
Support the police.
Support
Oh,
the
no.
police.
Hold on. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If you guys she wants to fuck the police. So then
I don't
why?
think she wants to fuck the police.
No,
I think she's saying
Kids
you know,
are here.
you know what?
Kids are here.
You know what I mean.
Watch your mouth.
But so
It's a free
why
country.
is it that?
country.
Have
Go
some
away.
Dignity.
Why? We're having a conversation. Please step away.
And this is a public sidewalk. She made a big deal about this being a
It doesn't matter. You made a big deal when I walked over there. I can't. She's being rude. She's being rude.
She just speaking.
So, why is it that exactly? Why is it that everything? Why is it that all you people were calling for the police to arrest me, but yet
Nope, I never did that. Nope, we didn't do that. Nope, we didn't do that. Organizationally, we never called for that.
people were online doing that?
White women were online. They were upset because you slammed that white girl to the ground, bro.
No, it wasn't.
I trust me. I know the person who orchestrated it. It was a white woman. They was pissed.
It doesn't matter. 1, 2.
No matter what color.
Exactly. Why?
It's not about mattering the color. I'm telling you a factual statement.
Listen, there was the black woman that was the leader of the thing. Also, were spreading lies. They took the story, slightly worded it slightly wrong, but it was mostly factual.
You do understand that the video, it was not a story. The video went viral. The video of you assaulting this young woman went viral.
You're not listening though. The next story was completely wrong. It was all lies. So
What story are you talking about?
I don't remember, it was the second story
Like a news story? Are you talking about a news story?
It was in the Facebook group. I think it was on a Facebook group.
Okay, yeah, I can't see. Some of these things that you're saying without being able to point. See, that's why I said that it was white women who did this, because I can point to the specific person and the specific people who orchestrated calling the county and to try to get you arrested. So when I'm saying things, everything that I'm speaking on are specific stated facts. So I'm not just saying white women to say white women. There was a white woman who was organizing this.
It doesn't matter about race and religion and color.
I didn't say anything about that. That's just a fact. Well, because if that's the case, then how come by this same statement, remember, we've been talking for a little bit of time. Now, when you started talking and you started narrowing things down to black people, I didn't say, why does it matter about race? I allowed you to make your points because there are certain points in which race comes into the conversation. That is the thing. Yeah, and I'm continuing to bring it up, yes.
And I was just adding to it because of this situation. And I'm going to be honest with you right
Yes.
now. I'm done talking.
Okay.
Because she's going to be doing that shit. So,
Playing music?
yeah, because it's very disruptive. It's difficult to focus on this shit. And
No, that's-
try and have a conversation.
That's fine.
Conversation with you.
That's fine.
Okay?
That's fine. Do you have any last statements or anything you want to say?
Nothing against you. I have no issues against you. I've had a conversation with you. We're good. We had a conversation. We had a civil conversation.
Back up. Back the fuck up, dude.
You
You,
back up,
man, you
dude.
weird ass motherfucker.
Fucked up.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this racist ass man.
No. Well, how do you say that?
Everything
I
was
haven't said
cool.
anything to
Everything
you.
was cool.
You guys don't you know we're on your side?
Because
Don't
of
you
his
guys know we're on
actions.
your
Because of
side?
his actions.
You know?
Look at you, buddy.
Look at these people. Look at this. These people cry. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Don't you know this?
Because
Look at this. What's your name, sir?
black.
About
What's
you
your name,
from
sir?
Africa because